Hi guys, welcome to the shack. It is just gone 16:50. The clock's changed in the UK last weekend, and it's now just starting to get dark. But it's not so dark that I need the lights on in the shack yet. I've been up to my old tricks again on FT8. I've been letting it run in the background whilst I work from home this afternoon, and I'm still running. Well, I've gone back up to 5 watts using the Wonder Wand Mark II with the telescopic antenna pointing approximately to the patio doors on 20 meters. You remember that the intention of this really was just to prove that you can at least work some QSOs on FT8 from an indoor antenna. I did prove that, but I've had quite a good afternoon just letting this run in the background. It's been running for a couple of hours, maybe a bit longer. So kind of like north to or northwest to Iceland, down into the Azores, Canary Islands, southern Portugal, across Europe, over east to Moscow and into Scandinavia. So 102 reception reports on PSK Reporter using 5 watts into an indoor telescopic antenna, which I think is pretty good going. But there's been a couple of what I would consider more interesting QSOs using low power on FT8, which you know is narrowband digital mode that allows you to, well, I think QSOs down to about minus 20 dB are possible, and obviously that makes it useful if you have to run low power. I've been choosing to with the brilliant Icom IC-705, and it's because, as I explained before, I wouldn't mind travelling with a radio next time and dabble with a bit of amateur radio on the side of my usual shortwave broadcast band DXing. So this afternoon I've been letting it run, and I have worked 2 or 3 German stations: Delta Mike 2, Delta Zulu Mike, Delta Fox 3, India Sierra, and then Fox 1, Papa Romeo Zulu, obviously French station. And then more interestingly, given the low power, I've worked Oscar Golf 8 Alpha in Finland, which I thought was a good shot from the UK on low power. And I've just also worked Hotel Bravo 9 Charlie November uniform in Switzerland. And I've just been attempting a QSO with Delta Kilo 9 November Papa, which failed. So there you go. So made a few QSOs this afternoon. FT8 is brilliant to run in the background whilst I'm working. And yeah, so here we go. So over 100 reception reports on PSK Reporter for 5 watts into an internal antenna, just a telescopic. The telescopic that was supplied with the Wonder Wand, actually. So that's really good, particularly to have worked Finland and Switzerland. It just goes to show that these sort of digital modes such as FT8 really are very good for low power. And you haven't seen the videos yet, but I'm making QSOs with with milliwatt levels of power, not single milliwatts obviously, but I've made QSOs with 100 milliwatts, 200 and 500 milliwatts of power, but with an external antenna. So but using external antennas, you know, when you're sort of traveling on business or on holiday, it's just a pain because they take quite a lot of time to set up. You don't get a lot of time anyway. They upset your neighbours. It's just much easier to have an indoor setup that allows you to actually work stations, albeit obviously not via sideband. So there you go. I'm still calling CQ on 20 meters. Had a lot more success using QRP levels of power on FT8 on 20 meters and 40 meters. I have workstations on 40, but 20 meters obviously works a bit better. Higher frequency, obviously shorter wavelength, So everything just sort of matches up a little bit better on 20 than it would on 40. But so there you go. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. There's quite a few videos lined up on FT8, but I guess by the time I actually show you this, you'll have seen them anyway. But you get the picture. Yeah, a bit of amateur radio whilst travelling, without the bother of having to put up large antennas that everyone's going to notice and start wondering whether you're a weirdo or not. Hi. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and 73.